Hey guys, come on in. This is Loans by Natasha for Lunch and Loans. Happy Tuesday. So excited to be here today, getting my slides back up. You guys should see it already. Just giving a few minutes so we can get the live going. But come on in, come on in. Today we are going to talk about utilizing renovation loans. So as you guys know, on Tuesdays, I have a more high-level conversation as it relates to real estate professionals or sellers, just more high level. It's for everyone, but I try to have two different conversations for two different groups of people, so that way we can give you all the information that you guys need. Today, I'm going to talk about renovation loans, and I'm trying to find my PowerPoint. I was fancy and pressed the exit sign. Let me just make sure I'm sharing my screen here. I moved it. Can you see my screen? Got it. So once again, thank you guys for joining me today. I am Loans by Natasha, NMLS number 332074. And today we're going to talk about unlocking potential marketing with renovation loans. So as you guys know, I am a renovation specialist. What that means is that I do renovation all day long. 203K all day is what I say. Most of you only know about 203K. We have a home style renovation. We have a Freddie Choice renovation. We have a VA renovation. Yes, veterans can put $0 down and get $75,000 in renovation to renovate a home. That is a real thing. And we also have CHAC, who is one of my favorite down payment assistance programs. And they are one of the very few that will let you combine a down payment assistance with a renovation loan. But today, I want to talk to you about selling your properties. If you are a seller, if you are a listing agent, right? Selling a property that requires a renovation, right, can be better if you have a lender on team that has the information that can not only get your clients into a renovation loan, but that can close on time. Many of my sellers absolutely hate 203K's renovation loans. Why? Because they don't understand how they work, but most important, because buyers take too long. You need a buyer that is in a boot camp that understands that in order to get the pre-approval, they have to have 5 contractors in their Rolodex. And in order for them to be able to work with me, they have to do what it takes. And I don't tell on my buyers, but I don't like to work with buyers who will not follow the instructions. Now, some things are going to happen where buyers have to do what they have to do, and I'm down with that. But let's at least try to respect the sellers and get these deals closed on time. Many banks, they want a cash offer. Cash offers oftentimes mean less money for the seller. So if the bank is selling the property, they own the money. So why can't we close it in 37 days and get maybe an extra 20,000 and giving a buyer the opportunity to build wealth and equity than trying to shoot for that cash deal to save 20 grand. So definitely keep that in mind when you're looking at renovation loans. But today I want to talk to you guys about figuring out how you can partner with me or any renovation specialist to sell your listings, okay? So we have this opportunity for fixer-uppers. It could be properties that are not fixer-uppers. It could be a property that is beautiful, but has the ugliest kitchen or just doesn't have the right layout. Some of these properties I go in, I can't understand what the architect was even thinking, but they were thinking whatever it was, but their flow and the design of the property is totally off. So we can help come in a renovation loan and recreate the vision for someone. Maybe they're a chef and they have a dream kitchen. They want a dream kitchen. They don't care about a dining room, but you have a nice size closed-in kitchen and a nice size closed-in dining room that we can knock the wall down and come through with brand new everything, built-in dining table, and giving them the opportunity to have that chef kitchen, all because we made renovation possible. So once again, every property is not for everybody, but with renovation, it really can be, because we have the products to help them get not only the renovation they need, but to also close just as fast as a regular loan. So you as a seller or listing agent won't feel bad about accepting that client's opportunity, right? You guys have to understand the loans for renovation loans, I have the FHA 203K. I have the VA renovation. We have the Fannie Mae Home Style and the Freddie Home Choice. We also have private money loans, right? So we want you to understand your loans as it relates to what are the options for the client. When is it time for an investor to use an investor lender instead of the owner occupied or beginner investor programs? That is why you want a mortgage professional that can walk through and help you guys understand what is available. I just found out about private money lenders this year with the 10% down, in the not the highest interest rate, but still giving you the ability to maneuver and get in that property. And yes, there are some restrictions, and you can utilize the FHA, VA, and Fannie Mae to fulfill those restrictions and then grow into that private money lending. But once again, you got to understand the loans that are available, and that's what you have me for. So that way I can walk you through those products and programs to see what is best for your property. What are the benefits for you guys, right? If you're a realtor or a seller, it's going to expand your buyer pool. I have seen a million realtors that get a hot listing and they want to go under contract in one day. Listings bring buyers. So if you have your open houses and work with your lenders, and even if it's not your thing, right, we can come in, we can get them to scan in, we can get their information. They may not be able to buy that property, but they can buy another property that you can be the listing agent for. And I mean, the buyer's agent for. And if you're not a buyer's agent, well, you can send it to someone who is and get a referral fee. But there is money in a good hot listing. So definitely keep that in mind. But we help you with that. It leads to faster sales. It leads you to get the best buyer, not the first buyer or the only buyer, right? And it helps you enhance your professional reputation because I am going to market your property across my platform, which is going to get shared and posted. And that listing may be sold, but your information is still at the bottom of it. And it may make someone else want to buy that specific property, right? So definitely keep that in mind as well. Collaborating marketing strategies. So I am so happy to announce to you the Natasha Team Collaborative Marketing Strategy for Renovation. So this is what I offer, right? None of it costs you any money. I want to be your preferred lender on your listing. Okay. I have a sign, which we have a picture of. We can get you a copy of the sign, and the sign will go on the fence or in the yard of the property. Now, why would you need a sign with my name on it in the property? That will only benefit me, right? Absolutely not. If a client ride past a house and it has missing gutters and it has a hole in the roof, they're going to keep going because they don't think home renovation is possible because it's not something that we talk about a lot. Right? But when they see that renovation sign available, now they may hit those brakes, back up, get my number and say, hey, I saw your sign at this orange property with the hole in the roof, and I want to know more about the renovation financing that's available. I'm going to say, okay, client, where did you see the property? What are the cross streets, right? And then I'm going to get them the information. Then I'm going to take that client's information. I'm going to introduce it to you because I received it from your property. That client may want to buy that property. And after you give them the information, maybe this is not their cup of tea. So now they do want to buy a property, and you can be their agent for something else, or you can directly sell them that property. But if you don't understand that power of that sign is everything, because people do not know that renovation loans are possible, right? Co-branded marketing materials. I would come to your listing. I would bring flyers with your information. A lot of the listing agents for REOs, they don't put anything in a flyer. They get their REO and they move and they shake and they don't put any marketing. Well, marketing is what we do. We're commission only. So now I'm going to put you in that property. So every time they take a handheld with some information that they want to know about, a handout, it's going to have your information on it so they can contact you and put an offer or help you find another property, right? In addition to that, we do social media campaigns. I have my content creator come out. We're going to create a reel for your property. We're going to show it. I think my best reel had about 114,000 views on it, right? So I'm only saying that to say that social media branding is everything. So we're going to put your listing out there so other individuals can see. And lastly, I'm going to come to your open house so I can directly talk with the client, connect with them, see if they're a real buyer, if they're just someone that's looking, and then I'll be able to share that information with you so that way you can contact them as well and utilize it as a sales pitch to make those clients your actual client. So these are my 4 approaches. You can do one of them, you can do 4 of them, you can do 3 of them, but at least do one of them. Why? Because you'll be partnering with an awesome lender, which is myself. But 2, you're marketing your property, and that's going to allow you to get more listings and more experience. A lot of people hate renovations, so they work with me. But the biggest thing, if you get a buyer that will not allow, that you don't allow to just keep delaying, you got to be a strict realtor if you're going to do renovation loans, because these clients will delay you. I'm in a deal right now with somebody I know personally, and it's 2 weeks in and he still hasn't had his bid yet, and that's unacceptable. But the listing agent hasn't reached out to say, where is the client's bid or anything. I can't tell all my clients, but I can teach you how to ask the creative questions. And I also can create you a click funnel where once you get into a renovation deal, where it just sends some automatic emails to everyone. So that way you don't have to be in charge of continuing to find out what's going on. We can help you with that as well. So I am here today all about my listing agents for properties that needs renovations, as well as my sellers that don't have a listing agent, but they just want to sell their property and they need help and it needs renovation. Right? How I support you, those things we discussed just recently. I offer expert lending guidance. I do have over 15 to 20 years experience. I'm not counting anymore, y'all. In renovation, I actually started the renovation department at guaranteed rate, where we had to send our resumes, we had to do test files, we had to send them to 3 different lenders. We were required to know all the guidelines for the investors. And now renovation has blown out drastically throughout the guaranteed rate families. And a special shout out to Christine DePape. But it was definitely her. I was actually her assistant, and she was the head of that. But she did do a great job with that. And I love to make history, and history was definitely made. And now I'm at Guaranteed Rate Affinity, and I'm here to support with renovation as well. Client consultations, we can set those up, and we can do event collaborations to assist you with marketing and branding that client, that property. These are things you can use in your listing appointment with your seller. They want to know, what are you doing to sell the property? Well, you're doing whatever you're doing, and you're also doing what I can do, which is a double whammy to help you close that deal, right? So lots of opportunities for you. So if you would like to schedule time to market a listing or a home that you want to sell, you can reach me on my cell phone, or you can email me. I'm available anytime. And I do want to thank you guys for joining today. I don't see any questions in the chat box. I know this was a little recent one. You can scan on my QR code here if you want to register for next week's lunch and loans. And if you guys have any topics that you want me to talk about, I will be coming back with DSCR loans. I will be coming back with private money lending. So I'm going to be bringing you lots of information to help you get to the finish line. So that way you just have that education. So I am going live in 2025. This is something that I've never done. Your feedback is always really appreciated. And I want to thank you guys for tuning in today. And I look forward to seeing you next time. You guys know you can stay connected. Knows by Natasha on Instagram. I'm looking for the leave button, guys, so bear with me. See you later.